Get ready, all you Jews and sugar tits. Mel Gibson is back, and at least he's only beating Jesus to death metaphorically and not literally. Hey everybody, welcome back to Drinks and a Movie. Chris Hamker back with you, and today we'll be talking about Hacksaw Ridge, the new Mel Gibson movie. But first, let's make the drink. The drink's called the Hacksaw, of course, and the Hacksaw is 1 part vodka, 1 part orange juice, and 2 parts orange soda. It's gonna be great. A lot of orange. All right, let's make this thing. So, 1 part vodka. Let's do that. 1 part OJ. Not the purple stuff. Anybody remembers those old Sunny Delight commercials. And 2 parts orange soda. 1 and 2. All right. Into an ice with glass, and then you drink. Cheers, everybody. Here is the Hacksaw Ridge and this orange monster. The Hacksaw Ridge is directed by Mel Gibson and stars Andrew Garfield as Desmond Dawes, who, because of his convictions, decides to enlist in the army during World War II, and with the requirements that he never be made to pick up a gun or take a life. Now, this is one of those stories that is so extraordinary, it's really hard to believe it's actually a true story. Desmond Dawes is the first conscientious objector to be awarded the Congressional Medal of Honor for Valor in the Army for saving 75 lives without firing a shot. He did this during the Battle of Okinawa, where the Army was tasked to climb a very steep ridge that they coined Hacksaw Ridge, battle through the trenches, and take Okinawa for strategic purposes. Now, I like Mel Gibson and the movies he makes. He's always been an exceptional filmmaker, from The Man Without a Face to Braveheart to The Passion of the Christ to Apocalypto. And this film is no exception. And I personally think, and I'm not going to start defending what he said or what he did, but I think he's been given a little bit of a raw deal. There's been people who've said and done much worse, and apparently they're allowed to run for president. Now, this film is exhausting. I mean, seriously, once at about the hour mark, when Dawson Company make it to Japan and start their mission, it is brutal, it is relentless, and it is non-stop until the end. I mean, I've never seen war depicted so well, short of Steven Spielberg's Saving Private Ryan's Omaha Beach scene, but this one goes on for about an hour. I mean, this movie seriously does not pull punches when it comes to its battle sequences. In fact, it may add punches, cut your fist off, punch you in the face with your own fist. I mean, it is brutal, it is gruesome, and it is sometimes hard to watch, but it really puts you in the trenches with these guys at one of the bloodiest battles of the whole war. I mean, the battle sequences are just extraordinary. Now, you can tell Gibson just loves making movies and telling stories. This movie has the unusual capability of feeling like a real classic, golden age of Hollywood war movie, but with the added, use of modern day special effects, and it really shows, and it's a nice juxtaposition there. Now, here I'm only talking about the filmmaking, but this is not to say anything about the extraordinary acting that was done in this movie. I mean, Andrew Garfield as Desmond Dawes is great. He's this southern boy from the Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia, and he plays this character who has convictions not just because of his religion, but because of his experiences with his terribly abusive father, who was in World War I. I was afraid the film was going to beat you over its head with its religious, preachy tone, but it didn't. Garfield was so subtle in his performance that the character doesn't come off as preachy. He just has to stand by the man he is and his convictions, and that's what drives him. He not once asks his fellow soldiers or his captain or his commanding officers to go along and adhere to his beliefs. He just wants to be able to serve his country the way his convictions would allow him to. Now, Garfield is surrounded by an amazing supporting cast, including Agent Smith himself, Hugo Weaving, as Dawes' abusive father. And he turns in an Oscar-worthy performance. He is really amazing in this and very surprising. This movie also pulls out a great performance by Sam Worthington of Avatar out of nowhere. Vince Vaughn shows up as the kind of discount R. Lee Ermey drill sergeant, and he's very good, but he sometimes comes off a little bit too funny, but at least the supporting cast that play the privates around him all react appropriately and don't make him, because of that, it doesn't make him too cartoony. Teresa Palmer was lovely and strong as Dawes' love interest / wife in the movie, and she walked a fine line of being a strong woman but still maintain the kind of 1940s sensibility. All in all, seriously, this is an amazing movie. It's one of the best movies I've seen this year. Total recommend. Go see this. It's not for the faint of heart. It's very gory, and it can be seen as a little preachy, but I thought they handled all that very well. I'm going to give this movie, boom, 5 out of 5 drinks. Cheers to Hacksaw Ridge, because it is a wonderful movie. Cheers to Mel Gibson for making another excellent film as well. Let me know what you think about this movie, everybody. Thanks so much for watching this. Thanks for joining me. If you like this, please like, share, and subscribe down here at the bottom. Let me know what your favorite Mel Gibson movie is. There's only a couple to choose from, and you can even go into his acting roles. I really like Mel Gibson. I'm glad he's back doing some great work. Cheers, everybody. Have a drink on me.